Film fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, your movie apprentice, and today I'm going to be continuing my Raindance coverage with the Polish film Eastern. This film is about two families that are in an endless blood feud and how two daughters from these families try to rectify this blood feud and end it once and for all. As was the case with my last bit of Raindance coverage, the director and actors' names will be in the description below, as well as a link to the festival and how you can watch this movie. Before I get into the overall review, if you do like what I do on this channel and want to keep up with my Raindance coverage, consider subscribing to the channel and clicking that like button. It would really help this channel a lot. But without further ado, let's jump into this. So this film is a little bit on the short side. It runs at about 70 minutes long, give or take a couple of minutes. So it's not overtly long. Now the performances in this are really good, especially from our two main leads. The dynamic between the two is very well played, and just the facial performances from these actors really goes to show the absolute contempt and hate these characters all have for each other. And there are a lot of great character moments to follow, especially when they're discussing the blood feud, because you never really get a sense of how this blood feud was created. It's more of what they hear and the different perspectives from either person's side. So you can never get a full picture on whose fault the original blood feud was. It's very simply shot, this film. There are some good shots in there, but it focuses more on telling the story rather than doing anything overly fancy with the visuals. It tries to keep the film very compact and condensed, and it generally works really well. I would say the second half is a lot better than the first half. The first half was a bit of a jumble for me, but the second half, once the two leads start to interact a lot more, the plot threads are very good to follow. I don't want to be getting into too many in-depth things of this film, so I'll just talk about some other elements of this. I do love how the story is told very visually. A lot of stuff is not said, but rather shown, which is always a positive when it comes to films such as this. And just little subliminal moments really tell you where the film is going and where these characters are going. If you are into these sort of Romeo and Juliet or gangster flicks, I would recommend checking this one out, because it does its job at telling this story about this blood feud. And I have to give big credit to performers in this, because they're the ones that really carry this film. But I'm not going to go too further into it, because that will mean I'm going to end up going to spoiler territory. So I'm going to jump straight into my grade, and I can only apologise that this review will be quite a short one. To bullet point it, good performances, it's got a very compact runtime, it focuses on more of the show but don't tell side of the narrative, and the conflicting story perspectives of the two families is something that leaves your loyalties torn in between it. I do like where the film goes in the third act, and it's just a nice easy watch. So if you have the time, it's only an hour and a bit long, not very long at all. So if you have that time to spend on November the 6th, then feel free to check it out. Again, it's 5:30 British Standard Time, and I hope that you will all enjoy it. It also has a Q&A afterwards, so that's always worth checking out, just to be able to speak to the actors and directors to see what they are all about. But I did have some problems with this film that I won't go into, but these problems do knock the grade down a fair bit for me. I'm just going to say that Eastern for me is just an okay cup of tea. So Eastern, have you seen it? If you have, let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. Coming up on the channel, got a couple more horror reviews to get out of the way before the end of the month. I'm going to be reviewing the new film Pixie, as well as continuing the cover of Raindance. I'm going to try and focus more on the films that are available for the entirety of this festival, and I aim to just review the ones that really stand out to me as top quality films. If you want to keep up to date on that, consider clicking the like button, subscribe to the channel, hitting that bell notification. You know the drill. But until next time, my name is Josh, I have been your movie apprentice, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you for watching, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. While you are here, if you haven't done it yet, please feel free to drop a like and consider hitting that subscribe button for more reviews coming all the time. And also, while you are here, there are some other videos over there that you might want to sink your teeth into. Have a good day, guys, and do enjoy.